I think it's safe to say that Rachel Zegler has officially lost her mind. It's no surprise that the amount of backlash she has received in the past couple of months is making her look worse and worse. But let's be real. I'm not here to be all political and stuff, but there are people who actually look up to her, and they should honestly reconsider who they look up to. The part that gets me the most is when she says, "May Trump supporters and Trump voters, and Trump himself, never know peace." Regardless where you stand on the political spectrum, this is a really dangerous and narcissistic way to act, and the results are having a ripple effect, especially in Hollywood. But before we get started with all this drama, can you guys do me a favor and like and subscribe to the channel? It would really mean a lot. My goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers before the new year, and I think we can do it with your help. So recently we witnessed what was likely one of the largest celebrity turnouts ever, with stars coming out in droves for the Democratic Party. Meanwhile, you could practically count the openly Republican celebrities on one hand, Zachary Levi being one of the rare unicorns willing to step up and endorse. The funny part? After all the glitzy endorsements, a huge chunk of America still voted Republican. So what does that tell us? Two things. Hollywood might not have quite as much sway over the masses as it likes to think. And then there's the kicker, Rachel Zegler, the young starlet with a gift for, let's say, diplomatic comments, right? After Trump's win, she essentially wished Trump voters, all 72 million of them, an eternity of unrest.
Stop it. Get some help.
It's one thing to have an opinion, but calling for lifelong suffering over a ballot choice is a tad intense, don't you think? But that's where we are. In a world where some celebrities don't just disagree with other political views, they want to lay a lifetime curse on them. Politics meets Hogwarts, except this isn't an Avada Kedavra spell, it's a no peace for you incantation. Now, jokes aside, this sort of divisive rhetoric from celebrities shines a big, blinding spotlight on Hollywood's image problem. While Hollywood may thrive on controversy and spectacle, it's inadvertently highlighting just how polarized things are in America today. And the irony? Hollywood is perfectly poised to help bridge that divide. Through movies, films have the uncanny ability to bring people together in a way that few things can. Picture this. You're at the movies watching something epic, like Mission Impossible, surrounded by an audience from every walk of life. Republicans, Democrats, all religions, all races. And in those moments, everyone's on the same page, gasping and laughing together. That's the power of cinema, and frankly, it's something the world could really use right now. Think back to the Cold War days. America was divided and tense, but Hollywood seized the moment to produce films that united people and built a sense of collective identity. That era gave us some of the most iconic franchises and movie stars of all time.
Nice.
Hollywood, take note. Today's world is practically begging for a similar era of cinema, one that embraces and unites people from all viewpoints. None of this woke nonsense that has been going on lately. But what are we seeing instead? The entertainment industry seems too busy handing out snarky Instagram lectures. Celebrities absolutely have the right to their opinions. But here's the rub. When they throw those opinions out there like boomerangs with razors, it doesn't do much to bring people together. Take Paul Bettany, for instance, who told his Trump fans to just relax because he's done posting for the election cycle. Translation: I'm done, but remember, your vote still matters, as long as it's the right one. And then there's Robert De Niro, who once channeled Rocky Balboa himself to declare, "We're going to fight back." Nothing quite says unity like a threat to throw political punches, right? And let's not forget Zegler's wish for eternal suffering for Trump supporters. Look, this isn't some Marvel movie showdown where we can snap our fingers and fix the world. In real life, those words don't vanish after the credits roll. They linger, they hurt, and they keep widening that gap between people. This is no laughing matter, it's a real issue. Unity can't grow in an environment filled with harsh words and disdain for anyone with a different view. Hollywood used to know this. From the 1960s through the early 90s, movies created a sense of shared values and aspirations across the political spectrum. People with all kinds of opinions and backgrounds made films together as long as those opinions didn't cross into harmful or discriminatory territory. The result? A golden era of cinema that people still cherish today. Hollywood stories weren't just diverse in terms of characters or plot. They showcased a range of perspectives, reflecting America's pluralism back to itself, and encouraging an appreciation for others' viewpoints. So Hollywood, here's a little friendly nudge. The world is ready for you to step up and lead the way in healing this divide. Make films that celebrate a variety of viewpoints. Embrace true diversity, not just in terms of appearance, but in terms of ideas, because, newsflash, Diverse opinions are part of the inclusion package. It's not just about ticking boxes for race, gender, or orientation. It's about opening up the table to different mindsets as well, as long as they aren't promoting harm. Think about it. A world where cinema is a uniting force again, where people from all walks of life laugh, cry, and feel inspired together. Now that's a blockbuster I'd line up to see. And then there's the social media factor. Is society actually more divided now, or are we all just under the impression that it is? Social media has created this echo chamber effect, magnifying the loudest voices, the ones that thrive on confrontation and drama. It's like the old saying goes, if it bleeds, it leads. Only now it's, if it divides, it goes viral. Cancel culture has taken root, and suddenly a vocal few are the unofficial gatekeepers of what's acceptable. And who are these folks anyway? This phenomenon often seems driven by a few loud voices in the digital realm who act like they've got the final word on what's okay and what's not. It's exhausting, unhealthy, and honestly, it's a bit of a circus. So, let's see what Hollywood does next in the coming years. Will they finally wake up? Because the people are waiting for a change that makes movies great again. Hollywood needs to use their influence wisely to create an environment where people are valued for who they are, not vilified for what they believe. And if nothing else, reminds us why movies became an escape in the first place. It's time for films to start bridging gaps and bringing people back together to heal instead of divide. After all, a good story should be a safe haven, not a battleground. So Hollywood, roll up those sleeves and get to work. You've got a world to unite, and we all need you to come through on this one. If you guys liked today's video, make sure you go ahead and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.